Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I'm your host, your YouTuber, signing off and entertain never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious. And we are talking about TLC. No, not tender loving care, not the girls that don't want scrubs. And talking about tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my, was in San Jose, California. Now, before we get into that, one thing do want to address. Ring of Honor had Final Battle this past weekend as well, and you could say it was like the end of an era, if you will, because the Young Bucks had their last match in Ring of Honor, as well as Cody, and Hangman. So the only one left from the Elite still in ROH is Marty Scurll, who now has Villain Enterprises with, Brody King and PCO. So really hope nothing but the best for Marty on that one. The kid is a hell of a talent, not only that, I still can't help but laugh anytime I ever wind up seeing a little video of Jimmy Havoc trying to help Marty get hooked up, and Marty's busting out singing Backstreet Boys songs. But sidetrack, sorry. Anyways, other than that, that was really the big news outside of WWE that kind of exploded. Or not exploded, bad choice of words, that, really popped out, that felt the need to address. So, let's get things started right off bat. TLC, pre-show, Cedric Alexander, Buddy Murphy, Cruiserweight title match, and this was a very good match. This did not feel like a pre-show match at all to me. Nice fast pace to start. Murphy, he was leading it, and I give Buddy Murphy a lot of credit because he has gone out of his way to remake himself. He really has, from the time when he was with Blake in NXT, and then when Alexa got called up, Blake and Murphy, they just kind of faded out into nothingness. And then, I could just imagine, I'm just speculating, but I just imagine Blake getting a call, being like, hey, we'd like to put you on the cruiserweights, but you got to drop some weight. And next thing you know, boom, he drops himself down to like 203 or something. And yeah. But for an ass-kicking heel, he is, my God, he is a fucking good one. You'll get some heels, you'll get some chicken shit heels that aren't really good chicken shit heels, and then you'll get some ass-kicking heels who aren't really good ass-kicking heels, but man, I really dig the hell out of Buddy Murphy as an ass-kicking heel. But yeah, he was leading. Liked on how Alexander built up his comeback. His comeback actually felt believable. It did to me. And that's something that I haven't really seen much in wrestling in a good while. So, it was just, I think that was another reason why I was so wowed by this, especially for a pre-show match. Just, this does not feel like a pre-show match at, what? Huh? Anyone see 4 guys on horses riding up there anywhere? Yeah. But yeah, decent match. Match came to an end. Murphy, he wound up hit Buddy Murphy, hit Murphy's Law. Got the 1, 2, 3. That was it. So you're a winner and still Cruiserweight champion. Now we get into the next match. It was Elias going against Bobby Lashley with Bro, this is what we're going to do, bro. Instead of having it on a pole, bro, what we're going to do, we're going to string it up high, right in the middle of the ring, bro. And then you got to use a ladder, bro, to climb on up to get the guitar so you can use it to hit the person, bro. Trust me, bro, this'll work. This'll work because It's a swerve. Everyone's gonna expect it to be on a pole, but it's not, bro. You gotta use a ladder. Yeah, this felt like Vince Russo booking all over. Elias going against Bobby Lashley in a ladder match with the guitar being held by the top. Last time I saw a ladder match this bad, and I'm not saying the guys themselves didn't perform well, but I mean, like, when you're talking about a ladder match, you know, you need to have something high stakes to make it like to want to climb the ladder and get the prize. You know, a championship title, a guaranteed contract for something, money in the bank, you know, something, anything, something that makes it worthwhile. Not a fucking guitar. Yeah, last time I wound up seeing a ladder match that had stakes this bad, it was Triple H versus Kevin Nash with the sledgehammer in a ladder match. We don't talk about that match. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That said, this, yeah, like I said, ho-hum kind of start, you know. Lashley, for the most part, was pretty much leading it. Elias got the win. He wound up powerbombing Lashley off of the ladder onto the mat, and then wound up chasing Leo off. Grabbed the guitar just as he was about to used it, and then next thing you know, boom, got hit with a beatdown afterwards. So yeah. Follow-up on Raw, plain and simple, was... Follow-up to this match on Raw, plain and simple, was Leo and Lashley. They cut a promo talking about on how they did, and then Lashley, you know, went down, gave a full moon, showed the crowd his favorite assets, and then Elias came out and ran them off. So now we're on to the main show. Here we go. Finals for the Mixed Match Challenge. R-Truth and Carmella going against Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox. And this, really, I dug the hell out of this match. I really liked it, you know. And I know a lot of people shit about the idea of WWE because, you know, oh, well, they don't do intergender wrestling. You know, they don't allow the men to interact with the women on TV like that and vice versa and all that shit. Okay, dude, chill the fuck out. Remove your head from your ass. Open your ears and listen, because Professor Vicious is about to school you on something. It's a little thing called process development and evolution. Sometimes evolution, it occurs just like that, and sometimes evolution goes slow. There's a reason why there's still monkeys around and we're walking, talking people. That's a proof about evolution going slow. You know? So yeah. People want to go and say, well, they had this stuff in the Attitude Era, ruthless aggression, all this, that, and the other. Okay, but you got to remember, times were completely different in the 90s and the early 2000s compared to now. I mean, there is no way, in any way, shape, or form, you know, you're going to wind up having every uptight parent, you know, throwing a fit over the fact that, you know, if they did allow intergender wrestling on Raw again, they would have a fit if they wound up seeing somebody built like frickin' Braun Strowman or you know, or Brock Lesnar fucking suplexing a small little 115-pound woman, you know. That's just it, plain and simple. It's got to get eased in. The Mixed Match Challenge, perfect way to help build the ease in. That said, now to the match. Sorry, got on a win. Really good start with Truth and Jinder. You know, for the most part, though, the girls were pretty much doing the match. It was good back and forth. Match came to an end. It was a sloppy ending. Alicia went to go for her jackknife. It was just, ugh. Went to go for her jackknife cover. It was a bad cover. It was very sloppy right there. Carmella was able to get around it, though. Wound up blocking in the code of silence. Alicia tapped out. Next thing you know, so your winners for the Season 2 Mixed Match Challenge are R-Truth and Carmella. Their coveted prize, number 30 in both of their respected Royal Rumbles, and a paid vacation to their choosing. Truth already took care of all where they were going to go. Could it be Rome? No. Maui? No. Tahiti? Definitely no. I want to go there. Drinks with little umbrellas in them. Loose-minded women wearing grass skirts and such. Sadly, no. Truth is a smart man because he thought of one place to go. Greenwich, Connecticut, to go and visit WWE headquarters. And, yeah. God bless R-Truth, man. He has that. He's got that kind of comedy style you just can't help but laugh at. So yeah. Next up, we got the triple threat tag team action. New Day going against Usos, going against Sheamus and Cesaro. You know, no, I'm not gonna lie. Once the bell initially rang, my connection lagged and I missed the opening tie-up. But man, I was about 30 seconds to a minute and a half behind everyone for a good bit, but once I caught up, oh my God, this was a good match. You know, Woods for the most part was the team's punching bag, and the one thing that I definitely dug the hell out of was on how Sheamus and Cesaro just consistently were refusing to let the Usos get a chance to tag in. It was every time they tag each other, boom, they'd go and hit the corner with the Usos to take them both out and then proceed to keep working on New Day. Tag out, work Usos, work New Day. Tag out, Usos, New Day. It was just going like that, and it was just, you know, one fluid motion. Oh my God, it was good. It was like good. And that's a good example of psychology right there, to not let your enemy get a chance to get in to the fight. You know, and that's what I liked seeing, you know. But now the Usos did eventually get a chance to get in. At one point, Kofi got a hot tag, started working. Next thing you know, Sheamus and Cesaro, they got the upper hand on them. They had them thrown into their corner. Usos tagged themselves in and started working. Now, at one point, like I said, it was just action all around. This was a really good one. Now, personally though, as far as if you're going to do a triple threat tag match, honestly, I always feel like all three people should be in. You know, have one person for each team, or just say screw it and let everyone in the ring all at once and just have it be mayhem. You know? But Cesaro wound up getting a swing in at one point. I counted up to 12. I don't know if y'all counted higher. If you did, say something down below in the comment box on that. Now, match wound up coming to an end though. Sheamus wound up hitting a bro kick on the Woods at one point after Woods got tagged in. So yeah, they walked out with the as still your SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. Next matchup, we get Baron Corbin, who is supposed to go against Braun Strowman. And Corbin, he comes out very confident and high and mighty of himself. You know, Strowman's not here. He's not going to be able to compete. So we are going to start the match. It'll be a 10 count, and then I will be your winner. You may proceed. And then, you know, 7. Braun comes out, arm in a sling, walks out, just gets up on the apron. Funny thing about this match, Corbin. rules for it. No disqualifications. I didn't come alone. Then out comes Apollo Crews, Bobby Roode, Chad Gable, Finn Balor. They all circle around Corbin and then proceed to go and do a beatdown on him. Corbin walks out. Just as he's getting up the entryway, Kurt Angle comes out armed with a chair, winds up throwing him back down that way. Corbin then proceeds to get the crap kicked out of him some more, and then Braun just puts his foot right down on top of him. 1, 2, 3. That is it. So your winner is Braun Strowman, who now does get a Universal title match against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. And honestly, I could see Braun winning this one. More so, hear me out before you start freaking out saying, Tim, you're a fucking idiot. Granted, yeah, I am, but not for this. Hear me out on why. You know, I said before, if Braun gets the title, he's not going to have many people to go against. Now, fast forward to the Fallout Raw, Vince comes out with Steph and Tripp and Shane saying that they're going to, very much so like in the same way Vince cut the promo to say that they were beginning the new Attitude Era, very much so in the same way, saying we're going to be doing ushering in a new era, and we're going to be listening to you. I know a lot of the little smarky McSmarkertons are going to joke around saying, oh, well, if you were going to listen to us, you would be doing this and this and this. Okay, well, let me ask you guys. You say you want this person called up. Yeah. Okay. He's up. Now what? You want this person to win the title. Yeah. Okay, now what? Give me an idea. Give me an idea, and you know, you want to complain, that's your God-given right to. But if you're going to complain and I'm in earshot, motherfucker, I'm gonna fucking grill you. You want to complain, go ahead. Give me an idea, give me a solution that is different, that you think is going to be better. Give me something that can last 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road. That's what I want to know. But, anyways, they come out, they announce that Hunter winds up saying that over the course of the next few months you're going to be seeing new faces, different matches that you haven't seen before, this, that, and the other. And then out comes Corbin getting booed out the wazoo, and Hunter, Steph, Shane all pandered to the crowd to make them boo louder. You know, Corbin winds up saying, well, I wasn't properly prepared. I wasn't expecting him to show up. I feel I deserve to get a shot again. You know, to sum it up, they say, okay, we'll give you this, and if you win, you can have your spot back. You got a match, it's right now, and here's your opponent. Out comes Kurt. Kurt starts throwing suplexes on him like crazy, and then, well, actually, before the match starts, they announce that there's a special referee who is Heath Slater, and then Kurt starts throwing the suplexes at him. After that, then Hunter comes out and says, oh, I forgot to tell you, this is also a handicap match. And then out come all the boys from the night before. They come out, proceed to start beating the shit out of him. And yeah, and then they go, and then Shane comes out, oh, by the way, this is also a no disqualification match. You know, they're playing up very much so in the same way Corbin was, which, you know, I kind of like that. You know, when you get that snide little kid that keeps on changing the rules in the game like every 5 minutes, and you get to do it back at him, you know, it's just like, yeah, now you gotta eat that shit, motherfucker. It's what I like. But so they call for a no DQ. Next thing you know, Angle winds up putting him through a table. Get 1, 2, 3. So Corbin is out of his spot. He's now back to being regular on the roster. So hopefully he doesn't keep coming out looking like a manager from TGI Fridays. But either way, yeah. So next up we got women's action. Natalya going against Ruby Riott. Tables match. Winner of the, only way you can win this match is by putting your opponent through a table. And, well, some people had very mixed feelings about the build-up for this match. I, for one, am one of them as well, because Ruby, breaking the quote-unquote Anvil's glasses. Motherfucker, those were glasses that you got out of a fucking dollar store. And then Natalya proceeding to give the worst fake crying ever. I mean, she looked like... Seen better acting on the casting couch. We'll leave it at that. Did that, and then Ruby had a table with the anvil plastered on it, saying she was going to put Natalya through it, and everyone was like, oh, that's not right, oh, he's dead, this, that, and the other, oh, that's not cool. Okay, let me ask you this. During the Attitude Era, Big Boss Man, Ray Traylor, drove through a cemetery yelling at Big Show, hey, 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 your daddy's dead, your daddy's dead, hey, 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 and drove around in a hearse with a coffin riding behind it with Big Show on top of it. And we all thought that was funny and still do think that was great to this day. But everyone else now has an issue over one girl saying to another, I'm going to put you through a table that has a sticker of her dad on it. Yeah. So yeah, as far as the match goes, nice action. Natalya, though, the main story was to see Natalya build up and beat Ruby down, which was the main story of the match. She put Liv Morgan through a table, she put Sarah Logan through a table, and at one point went under the ring, dug out a table with Ruby's face stickered on it, and then put on the jacket that was the Anvil's, and wound up beating the shit out of Ruby and powerbombed her through the Ruby table. So, are we not, we're all going to get mad about the Anvil table, but no one's going to get mad about Natalya putting a woman through a table that has another woman on it. Okay, the joke sounded better in my head, honestly. But yeah, that was that. Next matchup, we got Drew McIntyre going against Finn Balor. Nice fast-paced action. Balor wound up really working Drew's one leg, like the quadricep knee area. Really good. And Drew, seen him, like he was going punching it at one point. Looked like he was, it's an old fighter's trick to get feeling back in it when it's numb. But nice to see little things like that build up to make it more real. Really dug the hell out of that. And I personally dug the hell out of this match from start to finish. I thought it was a really good match. I absolutely loved it. At one point, Dolph Ziggler came out to run interference because McIntyre was going to go and use a chair. Match came to an end. McIntyre had the chair in the ring, holding it up. Refs arguing on him. Finn, boom, hit a shotgun drop kick, wound up going up, hit the coup de grace, 1, 2, 3. That was it. Post match though, backstage interview. Finn was getting interviewed. Ziggler came in. Finn was like, "Why'd you have to do that, man? There was no need for you to go and run in like that." Ziggler saying, "Hey, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have won." Them two scrapped for a second. Led to a match on Raw. Good match between them two guys. McIntyre came out and then ran interference. And, excuse me. Then it was announced for the Christmas Raw that they're going to have McIntyre, Ziggler, and Balor in a triple threat. So, next matchup we got now, Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, chairs match. Gotta say, hands down, there was some pretty decent usage of the chairs. It wasn't just your standard cracks across the back or wedged in the corner. I mean, yeah, those were there, but, you know, saw a lot more than that. And quite possibly, Rey Mysterio, the best innovation for a chair this past year alone. Had it on him, wound up running the ropes, and did that baseball slide under the ropes. Bam! Right on to Randy with the chair on him. Hands down, that was the spot of the night. You know, I mean, the match, honestly though, like I said, it was good pace. It was a good pace for a match, but personally it felt a little slow for me, given a Rey Mysterio match. You know, and I'm not taking away, I'm just saying. Rey, he just felt like he was going like 1 or 2 gears slower than he normally does. And whether that was for the sake of the match or not, that's not to say. Match came to an end though. At one point there was a row of chairs set up, and Randy was going to go and give Rey an RKO. Excuse me. Ray wound up countered it, had Randy go face first into a chair, sat him up on one, ran across the chairs, did a Hurricanrana off of it, I believe. Or, what was it? No, it wasn't a Hurricanrana, I'm sorry. Wound up doing a roll-up off of the chairs. Wound up doing a roll-up after that, and then 1, 2, 3, so Ray won. So yeah, next matchup we got now, it's Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. This had a lot of dancing at the start of the match, which I don't get. You know, I've been watching combat sports and combat, you know, my whole life. I grew up watching HBO boxing with my dad. I grew up watching wrestling when I was a teenager. You know, I even remember being a kid watching UFC MMA fights when the only way you could find out about them was doing tape trading. You know? And one thing I never understood was, what's the whole point of dancing and circling around like that? Like, no, dude, just walk out there straight up and wham, go and throw a punch. Yeah. But yeah, Nia, you know, was doing the power game. Ronda, though, built the comeback up. She did this one crossbody off the top to Nia on the outside, which was real nice to see. But, you know, other than that, Ronda, I hate to use this term, I hate to say it like this because it's going to sound more insultive than it tends to be, but honestly, Ronda Rousey is pretty much working almost in the same way like Hulk Hogan, you know? Hit a few moves, you know, get the crap kicked out of you, Hulk up, throw a few shots, and then hit an armbar, and then lock in an armbar. And just wish, you know, would like to see more from her, I should say. Yeah. So, anyways, now for the fallout the night after. Ronda came out, cut a promo saying on how she beat the Facebreaker, and then put out an open challenge to any of the girls in the back. And they show backstage all the girls yelling at the production guys at Gorilla saying, no, play mine, play mine, play mine, I'm going out, I'm going out. Steph comes out saying, whoa, all of you with me now. Sadly, it wasn't for a Brazzers scene like I was hoping for, but she wound up saying instead they were going to get a gauntlet match and the winner would face Ronda. And so had a gauntlet match with all the girls minus Nia Jax, Tamina, Sarah Logan, Liv Morgan, you know, so all the girls on the roster minus them. And Alexa Bliss, but technically they haven't officially announced Bliss has been medically cleared yet. But, so yeah. Anyways, long story short, Natalya won the gauntlet match, so she's going to be going against Ronda Rousey next week on the Christmas Raw. Excuse me. So next matchup, we got AJ Styles going against Daniel Bryan. Bryan again doing the mind games, you know, right at the start, you know, almost in the very same way like he was doing toying with Brock Lesnar. Bryan, though, Bryan, he was leading, you know. Really liked on how AJ was coming off, though. He seemed a little more like, kind of came off like he was a little more aggressive, like he was moving. Don't want to say he was moving in a higher gear, it seemed like he was a little more snug, like you motherfucker, like he was willing to put more in his punches or something, you know, or if you will, you know. One thing though I will say also that I'm liking about with Bryan, it's reminding me more, and the way his heel persona right now, it's reminding me more and more of the American Dragon in Ring of Honor. And y'all know me, y'all know I'm a huge Ring of Honor fanboy. So yeah. Honest to God though, this was a really good match. I absolutely loved it. And again, say Ring of Honor. This felt more like I was watching a regular old Ring of Honor match instead of a WWE match. And I'm not saying that as a compliment or an insult to either promotion. It's just, you know, while yes, both guys have worked in ROH, it's just a matter of the pace and the moveset and the style is what I mean by it felt more like a Ring of Honor match. You know, anyways, match came to an end. On how the match wound up coming to an end, Daniel Bryan got the win. He wound up reversing Styles, a roll-up that AJ Styles had. 1, 2, 3, that was it. And I see these guys getting another match down the road, possibly at the Rumble. If not there, then who knows, maybe even WrestleMania. Now, next matchup, Dean Ambrose coming out looking a lot like Tom Hardy's Bane with that jacket he's got, and going against Seth Rollins. Now, this had really nice pace. Ambrose working, grounding Seth really good. I like that. You know, also liked on how out of nowhere, just at one point out of nowhere, boom, just started working on Seth's knee. And one thing I can't understand, this was a decent match. I liked it. It had a nice pace, nice feel, great story for it. But the crowd seemed dead. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were emotionally drained from the AJ Styles Daniel Bryan match. But the crowd just seemed like, yeah, they like dead silent like that. You know? Not sure if it was meant for an insult or a compliment that they were that dead, but, you know, but just, ugh. Anyways, really good match. I love the storytelling in it. I thought it was really good. Ambrose got the win. He hit the dirty deeds on Seth. 1, 2, 3. So he is your new Intercontinental Champion. And these guys are obviously going to be going back at it again at some point. You all know that. Now we're coming up to the main event of the night. Women's Triple Threat TLC match. Asuka, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch. And this, oh my God. Good God. This, nice right up from the start. You know, these girls all were freaking going all out on each other, and it was just pure mayhem. You know, mayhem all around is the best way to describe it. You know, it was just really great to see all around. Everyone, you know, and normally in triple threat matches, you'll get one person who feels like a third wheel, in which this case, honestly, I was worried that, you know, Asuka was going to feel like the third wheel in this. She did not. She fit in there perfectly. It was, I want that title. I want to be champion. Becky Lynch. Well, you can't. I'm the man. I'm the champ. Charlotte. I'm the queen. That's mine. I want it back. It just, the way it happened though, it was just really great. And just, wow. You know? Really liked it, you know? At one point, Becky, she wound up doing a lot like she did in Melbourne, or not from Melbourne, at Evolution with the last woman standing, doing a leg drop off the ladder onto the table, hitting Charlotte, and had Asuka and Charlotte laid out, but Asuka moved out the way. I gotta give mad props to that table though, because it was Becky hit it, came off, and then the split second she came off, then it was like the table then just boom, just dropped. You know? But yeah, great. You know, at one point there was just Becky and Charlotte. At one point, just straight up fist fighting. You know, had that sizing each other up like, you know what? I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this shit. Let's just settle this right now. After that, one of us can go up there and get that damn belt. And then they just started swinging at each other like crazy. And yeah, but at the end, Asuka was the one to win. So yes. That's right, my future third ex-wife is now the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. And, oh, happy, happy, happy days on that. So, yeah. So, that is it for this week's show, folks. So, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Make sure you look for me on my Twitter at Tim Vicious. Also, do got another account if I get ghosted or put in Twitter jail, Tim_Vicious. Leave any interesting creative thoughts, complaints, grunts and groans, whatever down below. Unlike some people, I'm actually open to criticism, and I can take being told that my show sucks because I've been told more so than not that this does. Also, folks, do not forget to follow all of these cool-ass cats right here on the Twitter. Axel Mulligan, Kenny Killer, my good brother, I am Danny Sunday, DSB_IB, Cranky Grandpa, Dazzy MWP, as well as big shout out to my executive producer, Oliver Ben, who did provide the music for this week's show. Make sure y'all check it out. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and such. Details are down below. Also, if you want one of these sweet-ass Ollie Reborn shirts, hit me up. I'll talk to Ollie for you. Show the man some love and support. And folks, like I always tell y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck you.